no. One player's going to go to the face. The other one's going to summon the mightiest monster this world has ever seen. And you know, there's...
Well, that begs the question, who's mightier, Emrakul or Merit Lage?
Cthulhu. Hands down.
Cthulhu? So, okay.
Cthulhu.
Dark Depths, Merit Lage it is.
I mean, no, just actual Cthulhu.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, that's what Merit Lage is supposed to be, is a throwback to Cthulhu, whereas Emrakul's the spaghetti monster.
I mean, they're both kind of the same, right? Like,
No.
what if they, like, had a kid together? Because we all know
Wow, a
Emrakul's...
35-35 flying indestructible protection from colored spells. Holy bejesus.
No, it need to be 99.99. Just so it can go
Just
to
a
toe.
BFG?
No, just to go. Yeah, to go toe to toe with BFG. Because hey, that card's 2 cards. We need these 2 cards to combine.
That's true.
Hey, no, we need like a fusion spell from Yu-Gi-Oh to make this work.
Michael rolled a 3. Just like, don't even roll. It doesn't matter. Oh, man. So, Burn's going to be on the play this game. That actually might end up mattering because occasionally you get the turn 3, turn 4 kills with Burn. And on the play, that's much more significant than on the draw.
All right, let's see. There is some taunting with the dice here. Never pick up the dice more than a few times at the start of a top 8 round, because judges will look at you suspiciously.
Oh, yeah. But it's fun. It's kind of fun
Wait.
to like mess with them a little bit.
Oh, that's right, because it doesn't really matter.
Oh, right. They rolled and it didn't matter.
That's right. Yeah, Michael's just.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
Roll where the BM rolls.
Michael and Lucas both came on the same car, so they're friends. This is
the 4-5 matchup, by the way. 4 is Michael Nguyen and 5 is Lucas.
So Michael gets to go first, even after rolling a 3. Bravo.
Sometimes that happens.
Right.
Boom.
Chain lightning.
17.
Lucas draws first blood.
Man, I'm shocked.
No, he doesn't play that card, Kevin. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, I'm bolted.
There you go. Oh, firing off 2 suspended Rift Bolts. You know what the best part of Rift Bolt is?
2 of them?
When you play, let's see, what's a good one? Teferi?
Ooh!
Just slam Teferi into 2 Rift Bolts. It's really awkward. I've had minor EDH encounters where somebody plays Maelstrom Wanderer and I flash into Teferi just to give them a look.
Oh man, that's classic.
Oh, so classic.
Michael's literally finding nothing here.
Michael's got a Force of Will, which is actually kind of good. I mean, it loses the fact that Force of Will takes a damage to cast is a little like
semi-tilting.
It's just needly, right?
Yeah,
It's
Michael very keyly finding 2 islands instead of another dual land to play around Price of Progress. So we have a show and a tell happening. I have a spaghetti monster. What do you got?
Ooh,
2/2.
Eidolon's gonna burn himself for 6, putting him in lethal range from an attack from Emrakul. Let's see if he remembers those triggers.
You know, I don't really think it matters if he remembers his triggers or not.
Well, no, it doesn't. But okay, so there, yeah, he gets burned for yeah. Okay,
I will block.
I
will block that Goblin Guide.
He's guiding some goblins, and looks like an attack. Trigger from Goblin Guide? No, we don't care. Okay, there it is. Ancient Tomb, more damage.
Not playing that one.
Nope, no
Straight
need.
not getting cast.
Michael down. Bolted. Pierced. Michael looking very, very good to end this game.
And then just Lucas scooping it up.
Well,
saying I'm dead to that spaghetti monster. That spaghetti monster's 15 damage to my face. And my face is not worth 15 damage.
Imagine your grandma's lasagna cooked in a basement for 15 years. That is what Emrakul does.
Mom's spaghetti?
Right.
Anyway, so the Sneak and Show deck doesn't actually have much counter burn sideboard space, surprisingly.
Michael is going to basically just go with the same plan that he did with Game 1. Just show and tell as quickly as possible. Whereas Lucas actually has a little more game out of the sideboard. Ensnaring Bridge is going to put Ensnaring Bridge is one of the best ways to beat Emrakul.
Yeah, Ensnaring Bridge plus a Grafdigger's Cage is pretty solid.
Grafdigger's Cage is excellent.
So yeah, he's got
Red
4.
Elemental Blast is coming in.
Oh yeah, he's got 6 cards to board in, maybe even a Smash to Smithereens to deal with something like Sensei's Divining Top.
Really? Just to put it back on top and time walk him?
Well, sometimes you.
I mean, that's not a good target for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand the time walk effect of it.
Oh,
and that could be possible.
Michael only is running 1 top.
No, I don't think Smash
But
is part of it.
You also get Lotus Petals with it, which is kind of cute.
You don't burn the 3 damage. I think that's half the point.
That is half the point.
So no, most of the point. Going back to what he will be bringing in, we got 2 Ensnaring Bridges, 2 Red Elemental Blast, and 2 Grafdigger's Cages. All possible.
All excellent choices.
So even also
even Mindbreak Trap is kind of an outside shout. It's really only worth it in the Counter Wars. But occasionally.
Oh wait, hold on. Cage might not actually do anything.
No.
No, Cage only prevents stuff coming in from the libraries and graveyards.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't actually do anything in the hand.
Blech.
So only 4 cards that he should
good
be
against
boarding
Oath, bad against Show and Tell.
No, Mindbreak Trap is not going to be good enough for Michael to or for.
Well, it's very rarely worth it, but when it is worth it, oh boy, it gets them because they never see it coming.
No, but I mean. Lucas is going to need every point of burn to beat him.
Yeah, he really is.
So, I mean, honestly, it's whoever went first and whoever had, like, I mean, it was very clear that Lucas had 20 points of damage.
Yeah, he did.
He had it. He had 20 points of damage on turn 3. He didn't have the big deal damage spells, though. Is he playing the Rift?
No, Flame Rift he's not playing. He's playing Fire Blast, though. That is the big one, and Price of Progress are the 2 ones that can deal 4 or more damage.
Yeah, mono red, no blue to be seen.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of. I've been beat a few times by blue red Delver.
Mm-hmm. It's quite a good burn deck overall. Its diversified threats plus days plus Force of Will is very good.
Okay, so Lucas is trying to spark up a return on game 2.
Yeah.
And Michael is looking to try and combo off as quickly as possible. He did the first round.
So we see a Red Blast out of burn here. Hopefully both players just keep their 7. Oh, 2 Red Blasts. Well, that's going to be an interesting one.
Lucas, no play off the first.
But he has double Red Blast. He's holding it open. He's going to win this game off of the Sulfuric Vortex in hand, I think.
That's pretty grindy. Slamming this. This is not how red deck traditionally goes.
But when you live in fear of Show and Tell, it seems fine.
What does Michael have?
He's got a Sneak Attack and a Gristlebrand, so no blue cards at all. Gonna look pretty awkward here.
Okay.
Maybe even just playing a turn 2 Sneak Attack. There's not really anything. I think that second one should be a Mountain. But there's not really anything that Lucas can do about that.
Nope. Bam, Sneak Attack in play. Lucas says, fine. You got your Sneakadeeks. Draws. Looks like it's a burn spell.
This is going to
Pass.
be a very quick game.
And he I don't know if he didn't if he purposely didn't fetch up a red source or he just doesn't care, but I mean, in comes the Grizzle. Is this going to be that quick of a match? I do agree that like one of those islands should have probably been a mountain.
You can't draw 14 off Gristlebrand. Just can't happen. Push yourself too low to burn.
He's showing him his cards. It would have been great for him to play that last turn, so that he doesn't gain life. Price of Progress is unfortunately it's not happening for him. Let's see. Okay, we got something. He's trying to cast a spell here. Now, to be fair, Michael can't draw 14, but he can definitely draw 7, and it might. It's probably enough to kill Lucas.
Well, and after he hits him, he could draw 7 again. I think that would be a totally fine thing. I just don't think going below 6 against a burn deck is very
well.
very
Lucas
smart.
is also just trying to find. I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Michael just like is telling him, "You're buying dinner."
Yeah. Oh man. Well, and here the Emrakul next turn, so that is definitely game.
He could have.
Unless Burn can do 18 damage this turn, I'd be very impressed. Very impressed.
He could have. Michael could have fetched that mountain, like you mentioned instead of 2 islands. But I think this is just being careless with a friend. I mean, granted, just running out of Grizzlebrand and drawing 7 cards is good freaking enough. But
Yeah.
or maybe
but if it had been a mountain, he would be dead this turn. That's right.
those get discarded, not exiled. Okay, Michael says pass. Lucas finally got his 3rd land. A little late, a little...
Burn has not yet to cast a burn spell in this game.
I mean, I don't... yeah, this is very awkward.
This is a losing proposition.
Lucas has...
if ever I have heard one.
As a burn player, Lucas choosing not to fire off any spells until this position...
well, it made sense because he had double Red Blast, trying to forestall any sneak attacks, anything like that. But, I mean, it's hard to play against sneak attack and show and tell, and just sneak attack is the only thing they have. No blue cards to be found. I mean, just cast red cards, man.
I guess at a certain point though, you can't live in fear, right?
It's true.
You have to just go.
It's true. See, he's saying, yeah, I kept these, man. I kept these.
But
they just did not do it at all. So we're gonna bring up another match in here.
Michael moves on to the semifinals.
Michael does move on to the semifinals, so we will see Sneak and Show again. A couple interesting things about Michael's list. He had 1 Omniscience in the main board and 1 in the sideboard. Pretty interesting. Or at least interesting choices, in my opinion. So now the next game that we will have up is Alex versus Andrew, and that is going to be Merfolk versus Reanimator.
We've seen both these decks
one before.
Yeah, we've seen both these players earlier today, and they both... no, actually, the Reanimator player lost his match playing against... Was it the Merfolk player?
No, he was playing against... Death and Taxes?
Death and Taxes. Okay, so here we have Blue v Blue. Merfolk loving the fact that it's playing against a blue deck.
Oh, definitely.
However, the ability for Reanimator to just, like, for whatever reason, come out on top with a couple cards, like an early Elish Norn is going to be very difficult for the Merfolk player to come out against.
Yeah, and the Reanimator player did take game 1, so this is going to be game 2. And Alex on the play is already mulling to 4.
What? How do you bring us a mull to 4? All right, for viewership out there, if you ever want to know what it feels like to get kicked in the nuts on mulligans, this is it.
Yeah,
you're down a game, mull to 4 against Reanimator.
And yeah, it's tough to mull at all in Legacy, but especially against a combo deck when you're playing blue, it's very tough to have to mull this low because you want as many force of will effects and stuff like that as you can have. And it's interesting. Alex did bring in Submerge, so maybe hoping that Andrew brings in Abrupt Decays and the couple of forests that he has. Even hoping that he gets it now, but this should probably get a swamp.
Alex,
if he's playing safe.
If he's playing, no, there's an underground. Which I mean, that's fine. Or no, actually, he should have gotten I think a basic land because, I mean, the risk of
Wasteland is very high, and especially the risk of Wasteland when your opponent's already mulled to 4. You just don't want to play into something like that. You don't want to lose the game for some silly reason. But he is trying to cast a blue spell on turn 1 from his only black fetch, so. That explains the reason for that.
He's got a couple other fetches.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense to me why you would not go for swamp there.
Okay, he discards
or island instead.
Grave Titan and land, I think.
Yeah. So this is going to be...
the Mutavault beatdown.
This is going to be probably Exhumed, I would guess. He might want to play around Daze with the Reanimate, but, there's like a half chance that you just don't have it. So I would just play the Exhume.
On a mull to 3, you play everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a mull to 4, you're already beating your opponent by 3 cards. There's no reason not to just fire stuff off and trade 1 for 1. You will win this.
Exactly.
There's a Reanimate playing around Daze, Force of Will, pitching Submerge.
So now the nice part is that he will get this Grave Titan next turn, and it will be undazable, which is kind of cute. You know, this hapless researcher's not doing anything else anyway. Could hold for a blue card in hand, but it's pretty worth it to loot once.
And
Hiya!
Immutable Vaults keep coming into play. Oh man, if this is how Andrew goes down,
I would be shocked.
I mean, I don't know what Alex has in his final this last hand, but
it can't. I don't think it can matter. I think this Grave Titan is going the distance. There is also, yeah, the only answer to Grave Titan is Submerge, one of which has already been dealt with. He only has one other that he could have brought in, and even at that point, it would not be free.
Yep.
So he'd have to pay the iron price, the 5 mana, for that Submerge to make it good. And then Hapless Researcher even just says, "That was great. I'll put it back."
Well,
just put it back in the graveyard. So going to be a tough spot for Alex to have to deal with this now.
Triple Mutavault from Alex, though.
So Curse Scroll or Curse Totem not doing much.
We're getting to the point where Andrew's trying to reenact the season finale of The Walking Dead.
Just getting attacked by many zombies.
The zombie game plan is basically just going to take over the game. Grave Titan spewing zombies from his belly. Trying to block one of the zombies and trading?
No, he was blocking the Grave Titan.
Oh, blocking Grave Titan and trading, hoping for Andrew to die of cardiac arrest. I think that's his out.
Yeah, it probably is at this point. I mean, you'd have to have, I think Phantasmal Image is his only way out, and even then it's very loose. Yeah, I can't think of anything that really gets Alex out of this spot quickly. Not a one-card answer, at least. And even then, yeah, that's that.
Well,
so,
you know,
that was quite a game. I'm glad that came up on our screen. You know, we just got to watch an utter slugfest. Just one-sided, though. A little one-sided for me.
It was. Right. Especially on anytime mulling to 4. Mulliganing and everything that encompasses